Oh, you cannot see.
Never mind. Here's,
Yeah, I can see you.
class, let's take a look. We are in the sixth parami, the parami of giving. Am I right? Elena, we stopped here, right? In the previous lesson, is correct?
1, 2, 6.
One of the verses of
Verse 1 to 6.
We got
Page 126.
okay, the verse,
Verse 6.
verse of
Page
what?
229.
Okay, 1, 2, 6. So I think I forget to really highlight this one. Okay. Okay. So class, basically, let's take a look. Okay, we already in the section 1. All right, the stage 1 is about to develop the Bodhi mind. Okay, so application to the Bodhi mind we already finished. All right. And then now is the overview of the 6 parami and the 4 all-embracing virtue. We finished already. So now we are in the number 1. Okay, yeah. So now we are in the number 1 is the dana paramid. So I think giving paramid we stop here the verse 1 to 6. Now we just continue lah. Okay, Miss. Okay, Sally, you please read it first.
the giving of wealth, dharma, and fearlessness is difficult, but should not be sympathetic and sincere. But should be sympathetic and sincere. The joy that comes from hearing of the need to give is superior to the happiness of nirvana. As for the kind of things to be given, there are 3 categories. The first is the giving of wealth, both external, things outside of one's body, and internal, one's body and life. Second is the giving of dharma, either teaching or transforming sentient beings with one's own understanding and practice of Buddha Dharma, or teaching them various kinds of beneficial knowledge and skills, medical, artistic, literary. The third is the giving of fearlessness, freedom from fear of being threatened or oppressed by rulers, thieves, gangsters, or being attacked by lions, tigers, wolves, snakes, or losing one's wealth or life due to floods, windstorms, earthquakes, plague. The giving of bodhisattvas is thus not only philanthropic, it is also inclusive, including, sorry, it, it, it also includes active existence, imparting one's knowledge, skills, and virtues, helping those in danger, relieving those in distress, eliminating violence, and protecting the good.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, please continue. One more paragraph. 2 further, please.
2 further points are worth mentioning with regard to the giving bodhisattva. First, even if something is not sufficient for the bodhisattva's own need, or is the most beloved thing, or was obtained with great effort and sacrifice, the bodhisattva is willing to give it. Such giving is generally considered difficult. Second, bodhisattvas give sincerely. Ordinary people usually give reluctantly because other people come and ask, or they casually tell a subordinate to donate some money for them, or they give something only after making sarcastic and mocking comments. All this improper giving. All this is improper giving. Bodhisattvas always give with pure, respectful, and happy mind. They give in person and do not make people feel embarrassed.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anything wrong with you, right? When you go to change the text, it should be sympathetic. It says should not be sympathetic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you just wake
Don't
up.
add to much.
I know you just wake up, right? Unforgivable.
Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Leong finished. Okay, thank you. So let's take a look, class. Okay, class. Basically, now we go back to the giving parami. But I mean nothing new lah. I think we used to it. There's a three category of giving. All right. Number one is about the wealth. All right. It's an external. Internal mean is our body or the life. Okay. The class always remember. This bodhisattva it is already not a normal human already. The level is quite high already. So they are willing to give the organ and the life. Second, about the but anyway, we still can do within our capability lah. And second is about the giving is about the fearlessness lah. So meaning to say that we try to consult people, we try to console people. So I think nowadays, I think now is the how to say, is a real time for us to do the giving lah. Number one, regards the wealth is to do the donation. I think not enough everywhere, not enough. Everywhere not enough. Okay. Then second is about to console people. Recently we just got one student. In fact, the COVID-19 quite young, just about 30 something. I tried to console her. He said, "Oh, really cannot sleep because sometimes the cold come and go and come and go and come. Not easy. I think a little bit serious. And now I think no more back if you want to, even though you want to admit to the quarantine center, there's still no room for them. They're still in the waiting list. See, so we can do much lah. Sometimes just WhatsApp and just say a few good words. Not much thing can do also. But now that's the thing we can do lah. Do you have any friend in fact COVID or not? Friend, close friend? No lah. You all don't have lah. So now Erdi we got student got affected already. And the third one is the second, and the third one is impacting the skills. I think maybe if we got friend, maybe we can consult people through Facebook. If we make friends in Indian or what, I think nowadays we can do all this already. Okay. Then the third one is actually I make friend with an Israel. So sometimes if there's a something happened between the border, I will through Facebook Messenger and ask her, what happened? How does she feel? Okay, class basically one thing recently I just read through one read through one video clip. You see if you stay in between the border Israel because Israel just newly established not long ago. The land actually belongs to Palestinians. So meaning to say that the conflict non-stop, you see. I remember one guy who worked as a journalist, a war journalist, a war zone journalist, and he stayed in Iraq. So same, what he experienced every day is the bomb, you see. So until one moment, he already got depression already, you see. But so we might think he might think he cannot go. He might not be able to go through all this. But one thing is surprised. How come all the students every day they go to school happily? He said, how come it happened like that? Because Israel at that time every day is bomb only, just a lot of worry. So he go ask why you all go to school happily. So the student replied, they said, "Oh, my father tell us that every day the sun is different. Everything there's a change. We must always have hope, and there's a change, and it's getting good and good. So we feel happy." So and from that night onward now, he can sleep already because he's sleepless for consecutive 3 months and above for the depression already. So he understand for those who stay in the war zone, you cannot let go of the hope. Hope is the very important thing. You must have hope. And the hope is the only thing can make you continue in this area, you see. So meaning to say the class, if possible, we try to give hope people. I think it's not easy for us to realize because we have never been in the war zone or every night got bomb, everyone in the fearful. Not that really we understand. So anyway, it made me realize that hope is so important. Okay, what do you think that if let's say in order to give the hope to the people, if let's say your parents they will buy 4D just for the hope. So, are you agree or disagree? Elena, Elena, are you agree or disagree? Huh? You provide some fund for her just to buy the hope.
Up to them, no. 佢開心就好。
Okay, so you agree lah. So you mean
No, just okay. If they are old, they got nothing to do. If just buy $10, $5, and they are happy, go ahead.
Okay. So we need to say in a reasonable amount, but the hope is for $1,000 to continue, you wouldn't allow lah. You wouldn't support that hope lah, right? You wouldn't. How about Mr. Leong? Mr. Leong?
In general, it is still hope, but this is unwholesome hope.
Okay. How about $10? Will you support them for $10? Like Elena?
If $10 will go to $100, $100 will after go to 1,000 ringgit.
So you
need to address it at the nip of the bud.
So you don't support lah because you worry this type of unwholesome hope you're getting bigger and bigger lah. You mean huh?
That's right.
So how about
yes.
Okay, Sally. Yes. Are you agree for this type of hope, not Sally? On the mic, please, Sally. Yes.
I agree with Elena.
So you will support but maybe I think the point from Mr. Leong is good. We should give warning must be attached with some warm warning how we say so that they realize that that is the limit they can't go further just $5 to $10. Yeah, basically I also agree My parents also they do but one thing is if let's say they cannot control themselves so finally they will be manipulated by the situation because why we can say this is a hope. The way I see it 4D they are quite successful they are quite successful to doing something that and make you feel that if you buy you have opportunity to strike, you know. Always you feel that you have the chance to strike, you see. Am I right? If okay, who have bought the 4D before? Maybe for a short period. Okay, okay. Actually, I have never been okay. Shall I know during that period do you really have a hope? Does 4D the lottery how to say the lottery company really provides you hope? Yeah, Elena, try to analyze this.
Okay, I don't buy 4D, but I still remember the time quite young. A group of friends, we went to Fraser Hill.
Okay.
My friend's car spoiled in Fraser Hill itself. We have to call a tow truck to bring the car down. Okay, fine. Then on that day, we came down to KL on Saturday. So I said, I buy the number. If I win the number, then the money I give it to my friend to repair the car. I strike.
Once only.
Once only. I buy $5 only.
Oh no.
So in the end,
I want the consistent case. Sally, do you play consistent in a short-term period?
No.
Oh, okay. Because
Once in a while.
Once in a while. Once in a while. Okay. So once in a while. Okay, Sally. Once you play once in a while, you are always in the hope that you might strike one day, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite sure, right? Sally, if you totally don't have the hope, or just maybe, you wouldn't buy. Am I right?
I won't buy.
You wouldn't buy. There must be the hope, you see. So you see how. So meaning to say that 4D, sometimes they try to create hope to the people, but sometimes, you know, actually, there was an embarrassing moment, you know, because I met some student who buy 4D in the market, you know. I met them, so a little bit embarrassed. I said, I say I understand why, because quite a few students why they buy, you know. They say if I really strike already, I will sack my boss immediately. They say. Because a lot of people are in frustration during the job, you know. But you can't do anything, you see. So the only thing is, the hope is, if I got a big lump sum of money, so I set my boss already, you see. So we need to say that the people not the body is now create this scenario, but the buyer themselves also got the needs, you see. Am I right? So we need to say that this is the situation what we see here. Not to be by the hope. But some people okay, even though you see even though the people that know very well that if you analyze sensibly, you know, the probability is very low. Probability is very low. I think many people they already know that already. And for them, if you have for long-term investor, maybe for 3 years, if you calculate the win and the loss, quite sure it's a lost one. Basically, you see. But why people just keep on? So meaning to say that this is something they can let go and something they can give up. The hope make them, they can give up, they cannot let go, and they don't want to let it go. So this hope make them always in waiting. Just like remember the time we are waiting for the letter. Remember how during we are writing, we write with the pen paw. So every day we are waiting for the reply. I think now the people, what is their mind? Is always in this waiting situation. It is exciting, and when the result come out, no matter disappointment or happy with a little money, but they feel they enjoy this scenario rather than a very just how to say just something is very calm and nothing. So I think most people they cannot endure the boring of the life. You see, they feel very boring in the lifetime. They prefer this drastic change. You see. And the excitement during the moment the number come. Yeah, you see, I miss it all these things. So sometimes, am I right? Because you already play. I have never played once, you know, because I don't have the habit, and my sensibility tell me that even on the lucky strike maybe just fill up the form in giant. I also don't want to join. You see, I also don't want to join because I don't like this sort of speculation, you see. But we have to understand how is the mind for the normal. I think normally people that's how they think. Anything you want to add in? I think this is a quite good topic. Really, the heart of the human. They really need the hopes, you see, but it's a contradiction also. And this is the reason why the country make a 4D make it, they legalize it, because they know that if you just totally ban all these things, people will go to underground, and then you can lose the test because people are just like excitement there. Okay. But why do you give it up? Why don't you continue? Elena, why don't you persistently invest in this body or this thing? Just once enough. Why?
I'm born in a family called no gambling.
Okay, good. So we need to say habitual All right. How about Sally? Why you don't continue? Why don't you persistently invest in this type of gambling activity?
No interest. No interest.
Okay, nothing to say. Okay, we must look for somebody who indulged before. Then it is good to know how is the normal people react to this. Is it? Okay, good So
we are not abnormal. It's just that we don't gamble.
Very true.
Okay, a class. I mean to say that I think if let's say we are going to provide the hope, we shouldn't. How should I put it? Maybe we don't provide the hope like a 4D lottery company. We don't put this type of hope because there is because the hope at the same time you see it's a trap. You see, the hope and the trap are just very close to me. So we don't provide this hope as a bodhisattva. As a bodhisattva, we must provide the hope which is very pure and free from any risk one. That is the real hope we should provide. Okay, so that's a few things. Okay, so here two further point. If we try to do the giving, number one, basically they give something which is insufficient. Second, they give something which they love it very much. Well, okay, Elena, have you ever experienced that? Have you ever tried to give something you are insufficient and something you love it very much? Have you ever experienced that before? Elena? No. Okay, Sally, have you ever experienced that before? No. How about Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong? Have you ever give something? Oh, they are frozen, right? Or they thought we are frozen. Oh, they are frozen actually, huh? Okay, you're frozen. Maybe you can off the camera, huh? For smooth communication, huh? Mr. Leong, huh? Elena, Sally, you see them looks quite slow, right?
Slow, but sometimes okay.
Okay. How about me? Am I looking good?
So far okay.
So far, okay.
Earlier was not good, but now it's okay.
But now it's good. But for Mr. Leong, Mrs. Leong, they are on and off, right?
On and off.
Okay. So maybe it's the line problem. Okay, Mr. Leong, do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. So class, basically, because we haven't experienced that, to give something which is insufficient and also the love, the beloved something, I think because the challenge haven't appeared yet. Okay. If let's say, okay, if I think will happen like if let's say our parents are they are in the surgery. Okay, their surgery, they need a big sum money for the surgery, and maybe this is our retirement fund, something like that. I think this will happen. I think we only give the insufficient thing and also the beloved thing to the person who we respect and love mostly. Not just normal people. So there must be some, how to say, there will be some how the grading. It depends on who we give. So number one, that is the bodhisattva you try to do. Okay. So class, anyway, what happened if you are forced to give something which is insufficient? What happened? Or something you love very much? Sally, you think what happened to you if you are forced to do so?
I have to see the needs
No,
of the person.
I mean, if you are forced to give something which is insufficient and you love it so much, you think what is the consequence? What happened to you? You think
Nothing will happen to me. I just give up.
nothing will happen. I think you might be cannot sleep well or restless.
No.
I think you'll be restless. I think normal people, because if something you really need so much and people take it away, so you are in the imbalanced situation already. Elena, understand what I mean to say? Elena, I think it will happen to you, right? You feel restless. If you're more serious, you cannot sleep well because it's something you really need. The people take it out, you feel imbalanced already. It might happen in this way. So Sally, if you feel that you are able to achieve this level, you try to prove it, I think it's quite helpful. I mean, the last moment is very helpful because you are able to detach to your attachment. That is really good already.
Let go.
Yeah.
And let go.
So Sally is good so you can do more experiment for it. Elena, do you agree that you feel restless? Yeah.
Maybe for a while.
But immediately you will be restore your balance, right? Okay. Good. Yeah. How about Mr. Leong? If you are always in the insufficient and also if you are always in the insufficient, what do you feel?
First of all, you will feel insecure, but then again, those in the people in the Dharma, they will see in a different perspective of letting go and what you call detached from the the material possession that we have.
So the immediate response there will be some immediate response, but finally, since we learn the Dharma, we will pacify it. Okay, anyway,
yes.
Something, I mean, this is quite, this is an issue during the giving, you see. And then, but basically, if usually people, if they are reluctant to give, and you force them to give, a few things will happen. Number one, they will try to give, and also make some sarcastic remark and mocking to the people. I remember the Independence Chinese School, they used to have a fundraising, I don't know whether you see it. It's quite common. So the student come and say, oh, can you do some donation? We are from what Independent Chinese School. Am I right? But the way I see, because sometimes they come and comes too frequent. Well, some people, they really will mockingly give by mocking. They will give, mockingly. So it's not that nice. But it also show that they are quite reluctant to give. Because sometimes this type of activity is too frequent, too many already. People feel that it's out of their capability. They feel themselves is not sufficient already, but forced to give, so they will mockingly to give you. So this is how people balance themselves without the dharma. Okay.
See, for nowadays also we need to be careful, and if you want to give wisely, because there are a lot of scams nowadays, and a lot of trickeries.
Yeah. What I mean is now if it's a junior one, I mentioned the junior one. So nowadays they all have their own ways. We have a proper way to channel. Okay, as then next. Okay. So one thing is we try as a bodhisattva, we should give in the respectful and happy mind and do not make people feel embarrassed. I think that is the important thing. We give people and without making people embarrassed. That is the good. Yeah, Elena, you have can you quote any example? You try to give something out without causing people in embarrassment.
Oh, this one, I use the party.
Oh, use the party. Good idea. How about Sally?
Like this, just now the one you're saying, I'll ask them to give me the phone number. I'll contact them with the company or the association or the school. I say I'll direct give it to them. I don't want to give to the students or what.
No, you worry for the scam, or you just want to avoid
It's the security. The security.
No.
Because the children, when they walk around, they may be robbed. It has happened before.
Oh no. Now I ask for the example is do you have experience giving people without causing people in embarrassment? I said.
No.
No, the third party is good. So sometimes I want to give people something they don't like it no, they are not ready, they feel embarrassed to accept through third party, or we try to give more excuse, a very valid excuse so that to make her accept we try to tell her you are deserve it so they feel less embarrassed so to make them to accept it provide more valid reason and also more strong support why she deserve it okay. Yeah, Mr. Leong, do you have any experience in this situation?
Yes, there's one case where those societies, or what you call handicap places, old age call us up or through WhatsApp. We will tell them we also are facing a very difficult and hard situation by this MCO and not having a job now and no income. But then again, I will tell them politely that maybe I'll bring this up with the Buddhist society, see whether they are willing to help you out or not.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So that is your experience. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, I believe this is the first temple I built and might be the last temple I built. Why? For me, it is quite embarrassed for me to open the mouth to ask for donation. I really don't like it. Even though monk, we have the status to ask for the donation because Shakyamuni give her the status to do so, but I don't like it. So meaning to say, I'm not suitable to run a charity organization. You see, like Tzu all this, you cannot feel shy, because all activity need fun, you see. So meaning to say, no matter how, your face must be thick enough. So every time you go, but you're always in the perception that you are helping people to accrue the merit, you must have this type of perception, not that easy. So for me, I think this is the first and the last. Not everybody enjoy this type of asking people to donate. I don't enjoy it. I prefer giving the dharma. Okay. So that is, it really depends on individual and the activity they involve. Okay. Am I right? I think why the people do charity working in charity organization, why they can keep on asking and they feel comfortable, because I think I'm helping you to cultivate the merit. It is correct. So they feel okay. Keep on everything and look for you every time. They feel okay. It is the reason why. Sally?
Sifu, they give is because.
Yes.
Okay, because sometimes when we give, we only think of the recipient. They're in need of it.
Okay, no, what I ask, you think why the charity worker, they don't feel embarrassed and can keep on asking you,
No, it's because we are telling you that we are from this organization, it's a charitable organization. What's that to be embarrassed about? If you want to give, we give, that's all.
So meaning to say that they understand, they just want to
they
provide opportunity.
Because not to say the opportunity for the merit, but it's the opportunity to help other people.
It's not for themselves.
Yeah.
So they don't feel much embarrassed.
It's not in my pocket, but it's giving to the other people who need it.
Yeah. It's just like people who sell the insurance also say, okay,
yes.
Actually it's for your own security. So no need to embarrass us. But it really depends on individual. Some they can really do this job, some they cannot. I think Elena cannot do this job. Am I right, Elena? Quite hard for you, to sell something or to keep on asking. Do you feel okay?
Yeah, wrong, Sifu. Like fundraising.
Oh, really? Okay. Next time I'll look for you. So you can help us out. Okay.
Of course, I will do it.
Good. So meaning you are the right people to do the right thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Leung, you want to add in, please? Keep on. Yes.
Oh yeah, just now I was trying to say that people they are not what you call thick skin in asking, because why? They can show proof and they are doing the right thing because people can see their results. So people are willing to give willingly, seeing the results that they are helping those needy people.
Yeah. We discussed before. Yeah. Okay.
It's their sincerity.
Yeah,
sincerity.
So we need to say that Elena have a very strong encouragement to think. There must be the courageous, okay, and you are not frightening for being declined. You must have the courageous. Am I right? Even though not for yourself, the right thing, you have to always prepare for being declined. A problem, Elena. Okay, yeah. I think not everybody have the gut for being declined. Not everybody. Declining is not a good feeling, you see. But you must be strong. If let's say, Elena, you do this thing. Okay. So Elena, how are you going to face for being declined?
It's okay. Just say it's okay. You do what you can.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because things doesn't go to your pocket, so no much harm. It's quite different with the job interview. If you have been declined for 30 times, you don't go to a job interview. If you have been declined for 30 times, you've got to sell a product 30 times, or that will be a catastrophic already. It's a strong impact to the dignity. Am I right? It's a different one. If a 30 times, if a 30 times for being declined for the charity working donation, it's still okay because it's a quite different thing. I mean, I'm not for. It's not always. I mean, it's not. How should I pay it?
The purpose and the motive is different. When you ask for a donation, it's for a good cause. But when you go for interview, your decline is for your own self.
Strong impact, you see. So that's the thing. Okay. So we need to say, as a salesman, you must have a strong gut first. Okay, so next paragraph. Elena, your turn to read it out. Okay.
Those who do not know the error of hoarding and the virtue of giving usually give reluctantly, particularly with regard to some major act of giving. Bodhisattvas, on the other hand, feel extremely joyful upon hearing of the arrival of people seeking alms, no matter what the request. This joy, which is not only superior to the worldly happiness of the third jhana, but also superior to the happiness of nirvana attained by the sages of the two vehicles, is supreme happiness. Bodhisattva then feel that virtues are being sent to them. Without those who seek alms, one cannot completely attain the virtues of giving. It is because people come to beg for alms that one's virtue can increase. Besides, if one's wealth, body, knowledge, and skills are not well used, and one were to lose them or die, would this not be a pity? Through giving in response to people's requests, one's impermanent belongings can be thrown into the ocean of the paramitas and be transformed into inexhaustible provisions necessary to become a Buddha. So bodhisattvas feel happy upon hearing of a need to give, and in doing so, realize the state of being happiest in doing good. 127. Something should not be given. If you are unable, others are unreasonable, or requests are invalid. Bodhisattvas should give everything, but in reality, there are some things that should not be bestowed. Giving is for the benefit of others as well as for the benefit of one's cultivation. If giving something violates these principles, then one should not give. When something is given under these circumstances, it will increase one's afflictions and offenses and those of others. Situations in which things should not be bestowed are innumerable, but they fall into three areas. 1. Bodhisattvas should give their bodies, lives, and belongings without reservation. But this has to be practiced gradually until one's patience is strong and one's compassion is deep and without any reluctance. Otherwise, such giving will impede one's practice. For example, if one asks a weak person to carry a heavy load, it will only scare him into withdrawing. Also, if one has not yet thoroughly understood the profound scriptures, one should not give away these texts, because doing so will hinder one's practice. For monks and nuns, the same is true of one's robe and bowl. If those seeking alms are devils or non-Buddhists purposely coming to disrupt one, or if they are insane or childish, or if they have abnormal or unnecessary requests, Bodhisattva should not give to them. 3. What is really the purpose of the request for giving? If the request for one's life is for a trivial matter, one should not give it. Do not abandon the important for the trivial. It is said, or if people request help or supplies for acts of killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, for harming sentient beings, or for gambling and fooling around, then one should not give. In sum, one should refuse if it is harmful to others and to one's cultivation.
Okay, thank you so much. Sally, finish? Suddenly, I got one question. Elena, you think, you see, just now, we mostly agree that a small sum for the parents to buy the lottery to get a hope, right? But if let's say, now it's not the parent, it's the beggar come for you. They say, can you give me $3 to buy the lottery? So Elena, will you agree or not? You disagree, right? So meaning to say that it depends on the target also, you see. Our parents are different, but it's not the parent, $3 for lottery and no. But for the food, it's a different thing already, you see not? Even though the guy is handicapped, but they say, oh, I want $2 for lottery or no. But $2 for the food, yes, you see. So meaning to say it's a little bit different. Okay, class, why just now I mentioned that this giving, we talk about the target is the bodhisattva. Number one, he say, according to the text, it mentioned that for the bodhisattva, if somebody come for alms, so they are so happy, and the happy, even the joy is greater than the nirvana. So class, basically nirvana is the strongest joy. But for bodhisattva will be different thing. The reason is they need the giving to accomplish the parami. So they prefer doing the giving rather than to the nirvana. So this is one thing is very special. So I think it's not easy for us to understand how come the bodhisattva so happy in doing the giving. And you say, no matter what people ask, request, they will give, you see. But now in present situation, really not that easy because the scammer too many already, you see. Too many already. If we don't do well, we just encourage the scammer getting, we will just encourage the scammer to keep on scamming money, you see. So that is the different thing already. Okay, class, come and take a look. So in the previous paragraph, this is what we mentioned in the previous paragraph, you see. So they feel very joy if people come. Okay, okay. So what is the reason? Okay, if let's say we feel we are very stingy, so how to persuade us to do the giving? Okay, number one, we have to understand the disadvantage of holding. Second, we have to know the advantage of giving. So by knowing these two, you will start to do the giving, especially if let's say you want to change your habit, you are too stingy. So what the author tried to suggest is say that what we all have, it doesn't really belong to, actually it belongs to men. Wherever we have is because there's an affinity. So all things comes together. Even though the body itself, it doesn't really belong to her. If what we possess, the knowledge, the wealth, if we don't really give it out before we pass away, this is quite wasteful. So the author tried to suggest, to tell us that, oh yeah, this is the opportunity. You should try to give more, to take the opportunity to give, to accrue the merit. Don't wait until the moment you die, then you will be regret. But I believe for those, okay, if let's say, so this is the stingy, so this is, okay, this is the stingy, the people happy in keeping the thing. So this is the other extreme, the people happy in spending all the money. So this is the extreme, the people happy in keeping every single cent, you see. So I think for these two extreme, most of us maybe in the middle, or maybe closer a little bit, or closer a little bit. If some people are where they're very close to here or close to here, there must be some childhood experience to cause you or have this type of a habit. I met before a monk who cannot sleep without spending every single cent. I really met this type of people before. Wow. So when we go to shopping, we keep on buying. I said, why you buy so many things? He said, oh, if I just spend all the money, I cannot sleep. But he said, I said, yes, sir. So I help him to carry the thing. No, it really got this type of people one, I met before, or some people, they say, I'm so happy, just spend all the money. I feel so happy, you see. And one experience mentioned to me, because one guy also happy in spending and he doesn't do much planning. Why? Because he have an experience that he almost passed away because he drove a lorry, and the lorry, just just crash a pond, go into the pond, and he swim, then 執緊條命, you know. So he realized that anicca is always, so no need to do the planning. So he doesn't really plan, you see. So I mean, all our experience, I mean, we just this is I mean, all experience will form our character and our perception. So we just try to balance ourselves. They will be fine. Okay, next, let's take a look. So besides this, okay, then a bodhisattva giving is quite wisdom. Okay, so there's a few things. Number one, we shouldn't give something which is so necessary for us to see. So he said, if we are like monk, we shouldn't give away our robe and our bow. For Theravada, if without the robe, meaning to say they are naked. Mahayana is different. Our robe is the additional cloth only. But for Theravada, robe itself is the cloth itself. So they can give it away. And the bow is for the pindabat. If you just give out the bow, how can you survive, you see? So meaning to say that we don't give out the thing which is harmful and jeopardized. I mean, detrimental to us also. So this is the first thing, the condition to do the giving. Second, we must give within our ability. If let's say you don't have, you cannot give the dharma talk, force you to do the giving, you will suffer only, right? You're not ready yet, but we force you to give the dharma talk. You see, so second must be within the ability, and the third one, we don't give the important thing due to the trivial needs. You see, so the people just maybe want how should I put it? Just want our maybe a few drops of the blood only. We are not going to donate the organ to them. You see, so even though we donate the organ, I think nowadays, I mean, for our present situation, we will just provide our kidney or partial the lung also for the closest relative only. We don't simply give it out. Okay, but anyway, something we can give it out because it won't jeopardize to the. Number one is about the HLA. Do you know that you go for how to say there will be some bone marrow center. So I mean, if you try to provide them the data, the bone marrow. Once you because once we donate the bone marrow, you just like donate the blood, and 1 million people you can only. I mean, there's only one people can pay you only if you got the. I mean, if you got the blood cancer. See, so meaning to say this type of blood donation, blood marrow donation, all this is within the capacity. If possible, please try to do because the people who need basically if they cannot if they neither five from the family from the son and daughter, the only source is abroad only. Basically, I mean in Malaysia, they are able to find the one. I mean, they're able to find the patient who really need, who can really pay. Must be abroad. 1 in 1 million. So please just, if possible, just try to do something lah. How about organ donation, Elena? I think you have promised already, right? Organ donation. Have you promised yet?
Actually, I cannot remember. I remember I did sign some form before, but now also I'm not too sure whether I signed or I didn't sign.
Oh yeah, Elena.
But later I'll do it again.
Okay, Elena, if let's say you really sign it out, you must get the unanimous agreement from the family member, because any family member, especially your close relative, oppose I mean the moment for the donation.
Yeah, I know.
Then I mean that disagreement is overrule everything you promised to see.
Yeah, I know that I know. I'm aware of it. Yeah.
So if you really want to do the thing, must do it thoroughly. Okay. Okay. So Sally, you aim for that? Organ donation? No, not ready yet. You have to study Class have to study. Yeah, Mr. Leong, have you promised organ donation? They are unfrozen already. Yeah, Mr. Leung, you should off the camera so that better communicate.
He didn't switch on his mic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, have you promised?
I haven't made any organ. No, not yet.
Not yet. So are you plan for it?
Maybe later. Let me study more on the Dharma first lah. Let me comprehend it with clear comprehension. Then maybe I'll make the decision.
Okay. Okay. So we go to the next thing. So you will have to discuss, go deep discussion with the Sally. Okay. After you get the conclusion. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a few things. So number one must be, you see, must be gradually, have do things gradually, patience strong, compassion is strong. And then the second is, if they come, if it's a devil come and non-Buddhist purposely come for disrupt, we don't do this. We do fulfill their need. The third one is about the trivial. Yeah, Mr. Leung, your turn to read. Please try the verse number 128.
Verse 128. The resolution to renounce is the superior aspect of bestowing, so one should always practice this mental joy. To practice the transcendence of giving, one of course actually has to give in order to maintain being. But in reality, no matter what one does, this of giving will not be able to satisfy everyone. The core bodhisattvas practice, for instance, beginners sometimes encounter poverty and hardship and have nothing to give. One should know that in order to attain Buddhahood on one's own, the transcendence lies on a mind of complete renunciation is supreme. The emphasis should be on the development of the aspiration to be able to give all beings. Bodhisattvas should always cultivate a superior understanding of giving so the joy of giving can increase. What is this superior understanding of giving with mental joy? It is the giving that is without actual substance. When a quiet meditative mind relies on the power of superior understanding, vast, infinite, and varied wealth appears. Using this wealth, one makes offerings to all Buddhas and gives to sentient beings. Having joy upon seeing others give is really virtuous, to say nothing of having too much wealth appears in one's own mind and giving extensively in the fields of compassion, and this is skillful giving.
Okay, thank you so much.
Verse 129.
No, stop.
Okay, thank you.
Digest first. Okay, class, let's take a look. Okay, okay, for this big paragraph, I don't know whether Sally you realize or not. Actually, according to this paragraph, the best giving actually is the offering to the Buddha and also the offering to all the living beings, you see. But basically, the thing we give, there's a limitation. For example, I give you a packet of food, okay? And basically the target also quite important. If let's say we are doing we target the Buddha with the 10 direction, and also we do the offering by using the visualization. So that is the best giving with the best merit we can accrue. In the simple way, meaning to say that if let's say you are able to visualize the food to make it become bigger, bigger and bigger, or maybe using the mantra to try to visualize the food and you offer to the Buddha with a 10 direction, that is the best giving we can give with the best merit. Okay, we don't realize that because you see, we used to go to temple to do the sangong, right, the offering, but we just do chanting only. We don't realize that actually we can do it very well if let's say we can concentrate, visualize the food. And second, if we have the jhana and the samadhi, we are able to multiply the food to visualize the Buddha. So that is the thing we should try to value it since we don't know, since we don't realize that this is the thing we can do. So let's take a look. See, what we mentioned here is, see, the giving without actual substance, with the quiet meditative mind relies on the power of superior understanding. Then vast infinity and variety wealth appear, you see. So we mix offering to all Buddha and giving to the sentient being. Class, during we offering to the Buddha, we do a few mantra chanting. Okay, I don't know. Okay, number one, do you remember Nama Sawa Tanta Yeto Warocheti Om Sambolai Sambolai Home, right? Nama Suru Poye Tanta Yeto Ye, right? Okay, what's all this mantra about? So the mantra is about number one, we try to multiply all the food. Okay, number second, we try to multiply, okay, by our imagination and samadhi power, the water become a big volume or so. All right. Then Om Yeyenan Sapunan Fajalai Home. So we try to make offering generally. See. So actually, all the mantra we chant during the offering of the Buddha, it carries different meanings. Okay, and if we try. Because not everybody have a strong samadhi power, so we need the mantra to help us to do this. But if let's say we don't really understand the meaning, so we just chant, we just follow the ritual and do the chanting only. So of course it is not that powerful. And secondly, it is quite difficult for us to verify it. Okay, okay. If let's say I got psychic, you got psychic, you can verify really it works. You see my chanting, you see. But now we just chant. After chanting, we don't see anything, okay? We don't see any, we don't smell anything, we don't see anything to show us that, oh, your chanting successful. So people basically just make it as a ritual only. But here it says it's more than the ritual. So next time once you do the chanting, so you remember the significance of the mantra, and once you do the mantra chanting, make sure you're familiar, close your eye, and just do the imaging accordingly. Okay, so that is the best offering. I mean, among other, if let's say we do want to give out the thing, we don't have the money to give out, so this type of chanting is really good enough already. Okay, next, let's take a look. So number 1 to 9. Let's see. Wait, class. Okay, I lost already. 263. 270. 265. Oh.
Please go page 232.
232. Oh no, our page number is quite different. What
the same one.
Can you check for me the verse? The verse
129.
129, the verse 129. Okay.
You try 232.
232. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere here. Correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think class I will stop here. Why? Because I think somebody is waiting for me outside. We miscommunication. So he just waiting me outside. So I better go for him. Okay. So we say bye bye.